we go.
Here we go.
All right, Teuton's War, of course, because John Mendl is Teutons only. Yeah, so Odette is in a big, huge pit.
Yep. It did find a close forest. Yeah, it did find a good position to put the first lumber camp.
That's good.
That's a good point. At least it's built with direct unit control.
Are all the drop sites using DUC?
Yep. Oh, it didn't find. Okay, it did find.
Resources. It seems to be pretty standard. The main gold's in the back, so that's good for John Mendl.
Yep.
Started out with building a mill. Forest is really far away, though. There's a decent clump that's close by, but it's not very big. So that might be a difficult thing for John Mendl.
Yeah, that's right.
A lot better wood.
Yeah, the map could be better, and no guarantee it to select the gold in the back, which is in fact the main, but maybe it did find the first the mean which is at the back. I mean at the left of the map, which would be not that great. Okay, so Odette starts to wall.
Yes, it does. Looks like Odette didn't find all of the sheep. There's some sheep off to the left.
Yep, and it probably didn't find the boar, which is pretty close to the border. So it definitely needs to lure the deers to the TC.
Yep, and it's doing that now. Although, yep, there we go.
Maybe we can expect some militias from John Mendl. I don't
think
remember.
He does a man-at-arms rush.
Yeah, I think it does. Yep. So that could works, of course. While Odette.
I think back in the I was thinking John Mendl and his brother Carlos Ferdinand. They were also active on the AOC zone.
Yep, that's right.
And they are actually, I think, famous for their man-at-arms rushes.
Exactly, yeah. I know this name, and I know he was a legend as Gus.
What's funny is that they made their AIs, and neither one scripted for the Goths.
Yep.
John Mendl chose Teutons, and then Carlos Ferdinand made his AI for the Chinese.
Okay, so we've got Odette, which eventually found its second boar.
That's good.
That's fine.
And John Mendl, of course, doesn't hunt boar. 1.0C AI. It looks like John Mendl is definitely making some militia.
Yep, yeah, it actually is researching men-at-arms. Odette goes for Scout Rush.
Looks like Odette will have the walls up before John Mendl reaches him, so that's a good thing for Odette.
Yeah. The bad point is the fact that the Scout trend won't be used because Odette is already full walled, so the Scout won't be able to help.
Won't be able to scout.
And
if only you could garrison units in military buildings after they're trained. Oh, there we got an attack for John Mendl attacking the stable. Maybe set the scout free.
Yeah, and the stable should be down. The scout is doing actually a good job, I would say.
Yep, the scout accidentally lured away the man-at-arms.
Accidentally, in fact. Okay, so maybe...
Seems like they're continuing to chase him off.
Yeah, maybe it was the key of this game, because Odette would have been in very bad shape if the stable was down.
Alright, looks like the man-at-arms are regrouping to attack the stable again. We'll see where they go. Yep, same spot.
Okay, but Odette is actually researching Castle Age, so it's building a second stable, which will be one stable, of course.
And the men-at-arms don't go into the town and said they
Oh,
target.
that's a shame.
there
He
we
could
go.
enter. Okay. A fast reroll
Men-at-arms attack.
was attempt. Okay, it's eventually full walled again, but
Now the men-at-arms are trapped inside.
yep.
Unless they kill this blacksmith and make their way out.
Okay, I think that it might lose against the TC, of course. Oh, it's as if it had a retreat rule against TC, but it's not the case.
Yeah, I think it's just really liking that blacksmith over there.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
knight's out for Odette, so the attack is over pretty easy.
And John Mendl is researching Castle Age in a pretty decent time. After having trained a lot of units, it does have 23 archery range units. Well, not full archery range, we've got some spearmen, which can be really useful against the knight from Odette.
But a lot of skirmishers. I think if John Mendl wants to win this match, he needs to start attacking Odette pretty soon.
Yeah.
He's got the villager and military advantage right now.
And Odette is actually building his third TC, so it's gonna boom.
Does Odette usually go for scouts and knights?
Not.
think that-
Sometimes it goes for militians.
Okay. With the palisade wall, it seems like it might be good to have some crossbowmen, but see.
Yeah, well, Odette can go for archery range depending on the army composition of its opponent. If it
counter
detects that
rolls.
the opponent has a lot of range units, it will tend to train some skirmishers and archers.
Strangely enough, it looks like Odette's being more aggressive. Oh, now John Mendl's on the way to attack.
Oh, yep, that can hurt. We've got a lot of knights.
Well, let's see if the attack groups attack now are smart this time, or if they... Oh, the gate opened. Let them all through.
Yep.
Have you added code to try to keep everything in the gates?
I didn't actually. And of course, it's kind of working, I would say, because John Mendl managed to kill a lot of villagers. And now John Mendl has a lead even in civilian population, but it stays with one TC.
Yeah, that is interesting.
One TC and pure
that-
aggression.
I'd kind of expect John Mendl to be more aggressive if he didn't.
Yep.
If he's sticking on one TC. It's got 50 plus military population. You should be using it.
Yeah, that's crazy compared to the 11 military population of its opponent. And fortunately, we've got three mangonels now to defend potentially against the many skirmishers and monks from its opponent. Oh, look at this! Odette is managing to have actually the same civilian population than its opponent. So of course it's actually booming a lot.
The military is about to go down again.
Yeah, it was a bad attempt from Odette to attack right now. Not the best timing.
Yep, seems like it should be using the TC's advantage to just boom up right now.
Okay, well, it's definitely a shame, I would say.
Yeah.
It's a
Do you
shame.
what are the resign rules?
Yeah, the resign rules sucks, I would say, as you can see, because definitely Odette could have a chance, I think, at this tape. Something that I should check. Uh, it looked to make sense for me when I added that resign rule, um, which should maybe work in team games, but not here. But
Yeah, it
anyway,
seems like you need to have different resign rules depending on whether it's team games or 1v1.
yeah, exactly. Okay, so well, I will have to.
But it probably was going to be John Mendel's victory as long as John Mendl actually attacked properly.
Yeah. Okay,
All right, cool.
so
Well, that's game one.
yep,
I'll see if game two with the 4v4 Odette can get it back tied up again.
yep. Okay, so this is a setting in which I am quite confident, I would say. Odette should win this. So it's gonna be full Teutonic versus one Teutonic plus random. I will
And I
change the
think I remember you
score.
saying that Odette only walls when flank, right? Was that true, or do all players wall up for Odette?
I didn't get. Sorry, I didn't get your question.
Uh, uh, does Odette wall for all players in a team game, or just the flank players?
Well, if it's Meso civilization, it can wall as pocket because it will just boom. But in any other case, it won't wall as pocket, of course. And sometimes as flank, it won't wall, depending on the resources around the TC. If it detects that the resources are too far from the TC, like for example the wood, so the lumber camp, in that situation, it won't wall. And
Okay.
I noticed that when it don't wall, it tends to perform better. So let's see.
uh, yeah. Walling's a hard one to figure out, especially for AIs.
Yep.
Seems to me like to do it well, you've got to kind of plan it out. Maybe not full wall, but also use buildings a whole lot. And so you gotta almost build a whole building plan for your whole town to make
Yeah.
it work.
And something that I made is the ability of villagers to repair when a wall is attacked. But I didn't do the same for the buildings. So that explains why when the militias were attacking the stable in the game before, Odette didn't attempt to repair the building attacked. So that's definitely something that I should work about. Something's easy to fix. Oh, we've got two Teutonic for Odette. One Spanish and one Byzantine.
Both Teutonic players are on the same side, so one of them is the flank, and the other Odette flank is Byzantines.
Yep.
That should work pretty well if the Byzantines go for defensive.
Yep. And
Although their walls won't get extra hit points, but it's still Byzantines.
Okay, in this game, both of the flank are gonna wall. Regarding the position of the lumber camp, which is pretty close to the TC, the map is really good. So we will have two flanks walling, and I'm happy to see that the Spanish is pocket. That might be a strong crush from Grey. And well, as Byzantine, I don't know if it's gonna attempt a rush or a scout rush.
Teal's starting on the wall already.
Yep.
Got some walls on the opposite side of the forest. But that's really hard to optimize and get perfect.
Yeah, it's definitely something which is pretty hard to fix.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, green didn't start walling. Maybe it won't wall.
We'll see.
And I don't know why it won't wall, because the resources are very close to the TC. It might have started to wall, but it doesn't.
So it looks like most players have got a decent start. Yellow's lumber camp doesn't look very good. But otherwise, it's going pretty well. I think wood seems to be pretty plentiful on this map. Looks like green built the mill far away though.
Oh yeah? That's right. Maybe because the previous berries were closer to the mill.
Yeah, maybe so.
That could be the explanation.
It seems to be more than one tile away, but that's, yeah, it's probably some of the bushes were already collected.
Okay, so we've got
Right.
men at arms from Teal, which will have to face 6 men at arms. So let's say that the fight won't be that efficient for Odette.
Except orange is launching his own attack, so he won't be defending.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so Teal managed to reach the lumber camp, but the problem is actually Orange was camping with some units. And in the opposite time, okay, green did a good job, I would say. The kill ratio is not too bad. I hope that it did kill some villagers from red player. I don't know what blue villagers is actually doing. Almost, it's crossing the map. It lost against a wolf. Anyway, okay, orange has a very social behavior, but green didn't garrison its villagers.
You got double teaming going on, yellow and orange attacking. They hit the mining camp pretty well.
Yep. Oh,
Now they're...
purple managed to enter inside of the Teal's town, but fortunately Teal's has some archers. Well, blue does have some issues.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what it's wanting to build.
Blue is...
Oh, there's a mining camp it's trying to build. It's trying to build a mining camp adjacent to the red mining camp.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, so that's probably not intended.
And in fact, blue plays without any mining camp, so that's why it's actually buggy.
Well, good news is that the Spanish are doing a pretty good boom right now. Way
Yep.
more villagers than everyone else.
Yeah, that's right.
So maybe the Spanish will be able to carry the team.
That might help, of course. And okay, blue is eventually researching Castle Age, but it still
That's
plays
good.
without mining camp. Well, this version of Odette is something related to the definitive edition. I think that this version is kind of buggy compared to the previous one. I did manage to fix many bugs appearing in DE, and it looks like what I did for the DE version is actually fucking this version for AOC and World Kingdom.
You almost have to load 2 different scripts depending on which version you're playing.
Yeah, it looks like, in fact. I think I'll come back to the previous
Green
version
is
of
attacking with
Odette.
archers here, while red is on the way to attack.
Yep, while green
But
is attacking red.
it could be pretty successful since red's army is gone.
Yeah, that's right. And it's actually hurting a lot. Yeah, the lumberjacks.
Yellow and purple also on the way to attack. Looks like they're all attacking the Spanish.
Yeah, that's a lot of units. Eventually, blue managed to have 3 TCs, but it's so late.
Yeah. That's a lot of units in Gray's Town.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to counter. Bye bye the AI booming. Okay, Gray managed to reach Imperial Age soon, but without any military, it's actually losing its whole town. And we've got...
Picking when you go to Imperial Age is kind of hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get caught off guard, you researched it and saved up all those resources, and then the enemy attacks you. In the meantime, looks like red made its way back. Green's attack is over for the most part. Actually, if you look at one of red's TCs, green was making a whole bunch of farms right by red's TC.
Okay, let's say that this scenario of this game is really surprising. It's not what I was expecting at the start.
Looks like blue's leading an attack with knights.
Yep, and it's eventually researching Imperial Age 2 after having been so buggy.
Yeah, so at least it recovered. Ended up building a TC next to the gold mines, so that's probably a good job for it. In the meantime, it looks like red defeated blue's knights and are now trying to kill off green's crossbowmen.
Yep. Yeah. And Tilly's trying hard to attack orange.
Orange only seems to have skirmishers, so it's not a great defense.
Yep.
And teal has some pikemen ready for when orange starts attacking with the knights.
Yeah, blue is back on red once again.
It's kind of interesting. The Gray, the Spanish player, now has the least villagers out of all the Odette players.
Oh yeah, that's right. It eventually could reboom, and the score is actually changing at the advantage of Odette.
Yep. That's the big advantage of being able to use more than 100 villagers.
Yeah, that helps, of course.
I think one of John Mendl's biggest failures is just failing to be aggressive early on. It can boom really well, has a good economy, but it doesn't attack as often as it should.
Yeah, that's right. And of course, the way it attacks is really sizable. Like Firex, I would say that John Mendl could be really interesting to update using the user patch 1.5. It could be a pretty decent AI, definitely.
It's actually one of the older AIs. I think it was made before 2010. I can't remember when.
Okay, you know what? After those games, I will go back to my previous version of Odette, which worked pretty better than that. Now I'm just trying for the 2v2. This 4v4 is making me scared.
Yeah.
Okay, Odette, full Odette are almost full population, that's a good point.
Yeah, I think it looks like Odette, now that it's boomed up, I think it has the advantage.
Yeah.
John Mendl has paladins.
Yeah.
The purple player.
And yellow too.
And yellow.
Yeah, that can hurt.
That's kind of scary. But I think red is already defeated. Orange is pretty weak. So it's basically a 2v4 right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Paladins, I don't think John Mendel's going to win.
And blue and green does have the paladins too. It's the same army composition for both of those AIs.
Right.
It's just halberdiers plus paladins from the Teutonics.
With some skirmishers mixed in for John Mendl.
And Grey is researching paladins too. Okay, we've got Cataphracts for Byzantine.
Nice.
Okay, the 2v2 is gonna be pretty interesting. The crap resign rule of the previous game makes me really scared.
Yeah, you don't want it to be doing well and then suddenly resign.
Yeah. I remember
before it has a chance to make a comeback.
I remember a game, a famous game of the Davis Cup 3 or 4, I don't remember, in which we had Brute Force, which was doing pretty well against Promi in a 2 versus 2, and suddenly both of the Brute Force did resign for absolutely no reason. I remember I was co-casting this game with Aleph, if I'm right, and we were, what the fuck is happening? That was terrible.
And everyone's rooting for the underdog.
Okay, so looking at the population, I think that we can already give the victory to Odette. Even yellow is less than 100 population. That's over. Overall, John Mendl did play well, pretty well, I would say.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid AI.
Well, it was the seeded AIs in this group anyway, so it's definitely a pretty decent AI.
Alright, well, GG.
Yeah,
now
GG.
We got 2v2.
Yep.
With the previous version.
I'll keep this current version, and I'll do the job after this streaming. I have to assume.
Marathon was asking. Oh, go ahead.
So, okay, let me change the score quite fast. Score new is 1-1.
Do you place farms with? Do you manually place farms, or just let the AI pick the farm placement for it?
Yeah, it did place with boot line the farms around the 3 TCs. That's something
Okay.
that's something I improved lately. It was already in the previous version of Odette.
I wonder if it, for some reason, was building them around the red TC instead. Picked the wrong town center or something.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go for the last one. Score is 1-1.
Right. Let's see. Civilization's got 2 tons and Goths.
Yep. And the winner of that last game is gonna take the lead in the group L. So let's say that it's pretty important.
Yeah, being that first seed in your group is really important, I think.
Yeah. And keeping being master of your destiny is pretty important. So that's why that game is gonna be the most important for Odette and John Mendl.
So do you expect the Goths to build walls?
It can, well, no, it won't build wall if I'm right. I don't remember. I think it won't.
Okay.
Let's
Probably
see.
be a good decision.
Yeah, definitely.
Goths have the strongest walls, as we all know.
Yeah, it's better not to wall walls, not to build walls.
So it looks like blue has some pretty good gold in the back. Both of its sites seem to be pretty well placed.
That's right. And pretty decent forest.
Yeah, same with green.
Yeah, I think that the wall AIs actually have good maps. Even red. Well, of course, main gold is in the front, but the forest is close to the TC. Same for yellow, which has a perfect lumber camp in the back. Okay, so blue is actually already walling, and in fact green isn't. So
do we always start walling at a particular game time?
Yeah, it might start walling. Yeah, I don't remember exactly the time. Maybe around the 5th minute or the 6th minute, if I'm right.
Okay.
So this is confirmed. Green won't wall.
So it looks like red just stole one of blue's sheep. In general, I think, okay, there were 2 sheep in the back that blue finally found.
Oh yeah, but it will be taken by blue eventually. One, of course.
Aha.
It was the first fight of this game.
Fighting over a sheep.
Yep.
It's the most important battle.
Yeah.
And then green has some 2 sheep in the back that it didn't find. So that's a shame.
Oh, there is an interesting point for blue. It's the fact that the building is not part of the wall. So, if the wall is attacked, blue should repair the wall attacked by red potentially. So that can be interesting.
Looks like the blacksmith and stable are part of the wall, though.
Yep. Yeah, in the bottom.
But oh, and the blue sheep are trapped outside the wall.
That's right.
Or maybe they consider that they're, oh, I'm pretty close to mill, I'll just stop here.
Green already attempted an attack. but unfortunately didn't manage to kill any yellow villager.
Then yellow's launching an attack against blue. Looks like they're trying to find a way in, and
Oh,
looks
yep.
like they found one. Red and yellow are attacking at the same spot.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see that yellow attempt to wall, but too late for some reasons. That's gonna be hard for blue, which is
Blue's
sending.
sending all its villagers to rebuild the wall.
Yep. And this is a big war, which is actually lost by yellow, by blue, I mean, so far.
Yeah.
It's a
Losing a lot
disaster.
of villagers trying to kill the man-at-arms.
Okay, it looks like yellow wanted this wall to be destroyed. And this is a Titanic for blue, which doesn't have any more villager to on the wood.
It's building an interesting lumber camp on the right side.
And yellow is researching in Castle Age. Now it's all about the ghosts from Odette to do something
Looks like
great.
they might have knocked down the stable in blue that was part of the wall. I didn't notice that until now. Alright, looks like green is about to launch an attack on maybe yellow. We'll see.
Yep.
Blue's down to 10 villagers.
It's a disaster for Odette.
Oh man.
But it's in Castle Age with no food.
Alright, and no villagers in the town center either.
Okay.
Oh, now there's one. And two. Now
Oh.
they're kill off the man-at-arms.
Let's say that now blue is safe. With
Hopefully.
11 population. So bad.
Oh. Maybe John Mendl will just take pity and leave him alone so we can boom back up.
In this situation, I wouldn't be surprised if Evan Green could resign because of my crap resign rule. Let's see.
We'll see.
Okay, it does hit and run successfully actually. It can...
That was the other thing that you were doing a lot of testing with Odette, right? Army management.
Yeah.
With Odette, you were experimenting with using the direct unit control with the army soldiers, right?
Yep, exactly.
Seems to be working well. But yellow had a lot of soldiers.
Yeah, it does have a lot. Forcing green to go back without any military actually. Oh,
To
look at
defend
red.
himself against red.
Yeah.
Let's see how the town center holds up here.
Okay, it looks like we've got our score 2-1 for John Mendl.
Yeah, this is a shame. Yep, green's below 40 pop now.
Yeah, wow. That was so fast. For some reason blue is actually building a second TC.
Alright, well looks like the attack is over, but the game might be over at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, there's still a couple red units around.
Mm-hmm. 24
And now-
population, 34 population.
blue is now ahead of green, pop-wise.
Yep.
Well, Odette hasn't resigned yet. We'll see what happens here.
It makes no sense. I will have to complain to the scripter of this AI.
Yeah, talk to whoever made this AI. Tell them to make the resign rules better.
Definitely. For some reason, John Mendl just, okay, we've got the resign rule. We've got the resign rule, okay.